did you find me? The silver lining. I was blinded by the dark till you showed me where to start.